What is up, guys? It's Mike here, and today I'm going to be listing off my favorite trucks from Mix 4 of Spinmaster's 2019 Monster Jam line. Alright, so this video is kind of weird because it took so long to make because I just haven't had time. And if you follow these videos, I did do Mix 6 before this, and the reason for that, I just simply did not have time. But now we do have time, and now we can review every truck from Mix 4. Now, Mix 4 was kind of odd for me because there's really no single truck that I liked a lot besides like maybe Crushstation and the Megalodon and maybe Big Kahuna. And this mix came out around, I would say, May or June. And on the back of the card here, the rarest truck out of all these has to be that Megalodon. And other than that, I really honestly did not see any of these in Walmarts. Target's definitely had Mix 4 a lot, but Walmart's up by me, we hardly had any. And any Megalodons that I did find, I only got 2 extra ones besides the one I opened here, and that was it. Other than that, I have not seen Megalodon anywhere. So in the East, in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, it's been really hard to find this mix. Now, this is the back of an extra overcast Gravedigger, so that's not going to be on the card, obviously. But Gravedigger for this mix is definitely the peg warmer. This truck has been sitting on the shelf. It is currently December, and I'm still finding this overcast Gravedigger in Targets. It's amazing. Honestly, it really is. So you think about that, it's been about 7 months, and that thing's still sitting on the shelves, just taking up room. But yeah, we're going to count down our favorite, or at least my favorite trucks from least to greatest, or worst to first, whatever you guys want to call it. And yeah, so this is just an extra overcast grader I got to show the packaging. As you guys do know, it did come with a figure. It did come with a poster. I can't remember who was on the poster. Honestly, I can't. But yeah, let's count these things down. As you see, the whole mix right here. We got Alien Invasion, Soldier Fortune, Monster Mutt. I believe this was the first Monster Mutt we saw. We saw the brand new casting for Big Kahuna. We finally saw a Crushstation, which I was really thrilled about. And then we saw Captain's Curse, and then we started on a Nightmare, and of course the second chase piece truck, which was none other than Megalodon. So with that being said, let's count down the best or the worst to the first. Alright, so Mix 4, we're going to count them down, and the first truck on this list was one that it just did not sit well with me when this thing first came out. Even in the solo review for it, I felt really weird doing it because it looks odd to me, at least. And that's none other than Soldier Fortune. Now, this was the first, I think, Nitro Neon's truck. I can't remember that back, that far, but this was the first Nitro Neons, I believe. And I believe this was also the first time we saw a Soldier Fortune out of the playset and out of a double pack. So, yeah, this one was just odd. I mean, in my personal opinion, the colors are weird. It doesn't really match. The only thing I really like about it is the chassis, because it's like charcoal chrome kind of thing. But just something with the green tires, the yellow roll cage. The truck body itself really didn't match that, in my opinion. And in all honesty, this truck is probably one of my least favorite of the year. It's just, I don't know, it just does not sit well with me. It's odd looking. If you guys do like it, hey, that's what you like. But for me, definitely not one of the better trucks. I don't know, maybe it was something because it was the first Nitro Neons. Spinmaster was just testing something out, but I don't know, I really feel like they should have went with like maybe a darker green, more of like an army green on the tires. Maybe not do a yellow roll cage, maybe do like a brown. I don't know, just an odd looking truck. Definitely my least favorite out of this mix, and honestly probably one of my least favorite of the year. So that's gonna all with that because I don't like it. So the next truck was one of the newest trucks we got, and that's none other than Northern Nightmare. So I believe this was the first time we saw Northern Nightmare this year. The next time we would see this truck would be a Nitro Neon one and a double pack, which would be way later in the year. I actually think it came out, what was it? I don't know, I want to say like September. So we had like a 4-month gap until we saw another one of these. And out of this mix is kind of weird because it's hard to pinpoint really a good truck out of it. But really cool to see a new casting, or at least the new truck at the time. Really nothing special here though. We got the chrome chassis, black roll cage, chrome rims. It's just Northern Nightmare. I mean, it's cool they added the Freestyle Championship sticker on the top of the truck. I'd love to see that Spinmaster put that on there. And really nothing much to say about it. I love how they also put the Monster Jam Canada, for all that. And yeah, so really nothing much to say about Northern Nightmare. It was really cool to see a brand new truck at least. And yeah, so that's going to do it for Northern Nightmare. The next truck on this list, honestly, was probably right here, Alien Invasion. Alien Invasion, this thing just, I don't know, I felt like it could have been done a lot better. The one in Mix 7 in the single packs was done a lot better than this one. Now, this one, I don't know, I think the first time we saw Alien Invasion was actually in the Fire and Ice packs. It was the Ice Alien Invasion. This one, I don't know, there's just something off with it. The only thing I really can say that I liked about it was the chrome green matching up with the green like trim and headlights. But even though this truck was in this mix, it was finally cool to see a Alien Invasion done right compared to the Hot Wheels version of it. So that was pretty cool. I can't remember if this one came out before or after the Flip It and Ship It playset. I honestly cannot remember, but I believe this was the first time we saw Alien Invasion with its normal casting. Well, not normal casting, but normal color scheme and everything. So it was pretty cool in that sense. But the truck that beat it out was just, it had to. It honestly had to, because it was finally cool to see a monster mutt that had a different casting. It wasn't just a copy and paste like how Hot Wheels did. This was the first monster mutt in singles. I can't remember if the Dalmatian and Monster Mutt double pack came out before this, but it was really cool to see that Spinmaster actually took the time to make a different casting for every Monster Mutt. Now, really nothing special about this truck. It's basically on the same exact chassis, roll cage, and tires that Northern Nightmare was on. Out of all the Monster Mutts that got released this year, this is definitely not my favorite one out of all of them. The one with the red chrome rims and I think like the tan roll cage, that one in my opinion is the best Monster Mutt. But to finally see a casting that wasn't just a copy and paste, wasn't just, basically, not trying, basically showing that Spinmaster would take the effort and make their own casting for it was pretty cool. So that's why this one beats out Alien Invasion. Now to go into the top 5 trucks of this mix. Alright, and to start off the top 5 of Mix 4 is none other than Captain's Curse. Now, I'm pretty sure this truck is retired. I could be hugely mistaken. It could have came back, but it was pretty cool to see this casting. Now, this is the same casting as W or Whiplash in Mix 8, and it was really cool to see this. I was not expecting this. I totally forgot this truck existed. I think the only time this thing that I can remember is when it flipped over at the World Finals. I think it was like World Finals 14 or 15 when it flipped and went into the grandstands. But this thing's pretty cool. I love this casting. I really wish they did more with it this year. Hopefully they do more with it next year. I know this truck does have a Fire and Ice casting coming out next year, or mix coming out next year. But really cool. I like this one. I like how they basically kept it black rims, red roll cage. it looks cool. You know, I really enjoyed it. I kind of wish the chassis was a different color, maybe black. That maybe would have made it a little meaner, but you know, for the first, I guess, W casting, if you want to call it that, or Willie's pickup truck casting, whatever it's called, really cool. Was I expecting a Captain's Curse at all? No, I was not. But I honestly think we saw this truck maybe one more time this year. I think it got a Nitro Neon. I can't remember. I think it came out one more time, but I honestly can't remember it. But yeah. So that's gonna start the top 5. So the next truck, obviously, I had to put it in here because, you know, it would have been way lower on the list because it is such a peg warmer. But Gravedigger. So the reason why I like this truck so much is because it's cool to see that, you know, Spinmaster came up with a cool design for at least the Overcast series. So it was pretty cool to see this come out. Obviously with Gravedigger you expect a lot because Gravedigger is like the flagship truck or mascot truck of Monster Jam, but it was really cool to see this come out in an Overcast series, which no one really knew what that was going to be or how that was going to be done. And honestly, I think they did pretty good on this truck. You know, I love the green, I love the gray. One thing I could have said that was different with this was I kind of wish maybe the B-lock on the rims were like a green to match it a little better. And maybe like, I don't know. I mean, I like the whole Overcast series. I think it's pretty cool. I think Megalodon might be the best one this year. But it was cool to see this. This was the first truck, I believe, in the Overcast series. So it was cool. It took the Mix 4 to come out. But maybe if the headlights were green too. But the only thing that takes away from this truck is that it is such a peg warmer. There was a time where you went into, you know, Targets, maybe even Walmart's, and this thing was just there. You just couldn't escape it. And you still can't. It's December, and these came out around May. And they're still kind of just sitting on the pegs. So that's the only thing I gotta take away from it. Alright, so now we're entering the top 3 trucks. And the third truck is probably going to be the rarest truck out of the entire mix. And the hardest one to find, which is the training truck Megalodon. So this one's pretty cool. It was kind of cool to see another training truck. I wasn't sure how they were going to do it, if it was just going to be like a copy and paste of El Toro. And the reason why I like this one so much is because it's the first and the only time this year we saw these teal, turquoise kind of chrome rims and the white tires. Up to this point, there was not another truck with white tires besides the one of 1000 Gravedigger, which good luck trying to get that. But yeah, I really like that. It made this truck. I really think it was a good choice for Megalodon. I love the charcoal gray chassis it's got going on. You know, the black roll cage. This thing was done really nice. The wheels make it. Honestly, the BKT colored on it. You know, there's really nothing I can say that they did wrong with it. I like how they did the Megalodon. I like the teeth. I like the little damage up here on the plate. Really cool truck. Pretty rare chase piece. I wouldn't say this is the rarest one because undoubtedly Gravedigger is the rarest one. But I've actually found 3 Gravedigger training trucks in the past 2 weeks. And I've only seen 2 of these. And I have never seen this at Target. I've only seen it at Walmart. And that was it. And I'm pretty sure the last time I actually ended up buying one of these was back in like June. So very rare truck. Definitely one of the rarest of 2019. But definitely one of the coolest too. Those tires and those rims definitely make it. But it did fail in comparison to the next 2 trucks. And number 2, none other than Crustation. So, being in Jersey, I am really used to seeing the red Crustation. And I didn't even know there was a blue one. Yeah, that's just how long I've been out of like monster trucks and everything. So, apparently the blue one only runs in Maine, which is pretty cool. I actually had the blue truck or the blue Crushstation from the Hot Wheels form, and Spinmaster did an amazing job putting Hot Wheels to shame on this truck. This thing was pretty cool. So, of course, later in the year, we did find the red Crushstation in the double packs. But this one, to see this thing come out, was really, really cool. I love the eyes on it. I love the detail on it. Spinmaster did an amazing job with this truck. And then, later on in the year, we got the red one, which basically everything you see that's blue was red. But to see this thing come out for the first time, I remember going to Targets when I was working and seeing this thing, and I actually ended up seeing it and grabbing it 1, 2, 3 and just buying it, and I felt like so happy because I had it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, Crustation, pretty I wouldn't say rare, but definitely hard to find. Definitely one that when it was on the pegs, a lot of people got it. And I know I was at the point where I was thinking about making a custom Crustation until this came out, so that was pretty cool. And then the number one truck, and a lot of you guys could probably agree with me with this, was Big Kahuna. So the best truck out of Mix 4, in my opinion, was Big Kahuna. It was pretty cool to see this casting made, to see the truck with the surfboards in the back. This thing was so rare at the time, back in May and June. I think, other than Megalodon, this is probably the rarest truck out of the whole set, because every time I saw one, it was gone. You would find Northern Nightmare, you would find Monster Mutt, or definitely the Gravedigger, but when it came to Big Kahuna, it was pretty rare. So I ended up getting 2 of these. I really haven't seen these much around that time period. I still don't see them. I don't even really see these on eBay, to be honest with you. Big Kahuna is pretty rare. You do see it with the double pack, but the single pack one, I really can't find it that much. It is definitely a rare truck, definitely a cool truck, and I love the tooling, I love the casting. I was excited when this came out, and I know a lot of people in the community were excited as well, and I was really thrilled when this came out, dude. It was pretty cool. I'm glad to see they did it right. I'm glad to see they did it smart. And also the one that came out after this in the double packs, I do think it's a little better with the roll cage and the rims that they put on it. But really cool truck. Mix 4 was kind of a weird mix. No trucks in there I was really that excited for, probably besides Big Kahuna, and that's really it besides the chase piece. But definitely pretty cool. Mix 4 was released in May, June, so now it's December. We had some time to reflect on it. We've seen some more trucks from this mix come out in the past couple months, so pretty cool. Spinmaster did a good job, but Big Kahuna definitely takes the cake for this. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in another video shortly. And yeah, so like, subscribe, and I'll see you very shortly.